When I did my video of my visit to Williamsburg a few days ago, I intentionally left out one particular aspect of that visit, and that was the church in Williamsburg. There was a church there within the Colonial area, which is a real church. It's been around for many years. It's called the, and I may be pronouncing this wrong, but the Bruton Parish Church. And one reason I kind of isolated it to the side was it is a church that Thomas Jefferson attended when he was a student at William & Mary, and also where he attended when he was governor of Virginia, since Williamsburg was the capital of Virginia at that time. And so it's worth, plus I think, I'm not sure on this, but I think that James Madison attended there also, and John Tyler. I might be mistaken on that, but I definitely know Thomas Jefferson did, because there was a lady at the door, and I spoke with her, and she talked about it. So this is the Bruton Parish Church was formed in 1674 from the merger of several colonial parishes dating back to 1633. After the College of William & Mary was founded in 1693 and the capital of Virginia was moved from Jamestown to Williamsburg, 6 years later, the existing church was too small, and thus this particular church was built in 1715. The church building was completed. It began serving as the church for the colony. And as you can see here, the church had many, it also has its own graveyard, as many churches of that era did. They buried people in the church, outside the church. I have still got to find someone who can explain this to me. I mean, Christian belief is that the human body comes from the dirt. God made the body out of the dirt, and therefore you return to the dirt. You return to the earth. How can you bury someone above ground? I don't understand how that is justified within Scripture. But maybe there's something I'm missing there. I don't know. But found many such things such as this, typical headstones. It has the typical characteristics of many cemeteries I've been through, where very old headstones will often have wording like this that's either fading away or all gone. Now this, of course, is the interior of the church, and today Bruton Parish is an active, vibrant church as well as a colonial architectural masterpiece. There are nearly 650 families as well as college students and visitors who attend the numerous services on Sundays, weekdays, and holy days in the building that accommodates more than 400 people. I am not a good judge of size, but I suppose with the balconies overhead, 400 people could fit in there. It seemed like it might be a tight squeeze, but this area over here that I didn't get a very good shot of, that is the area I'm told that's where the government officials, the dignitaries, they all sat. There is one seat somewhere in here, I didn't quite pick up exactly where, that the governor of Virginia would sit at. And Thomas Jefferson, when he attended here, it is the seat that he sat in. I think I already mentioned, I believe John Tyler and also James Madison, and I think there might have been one other founding father who would attend here. Maybe James Monroe. I think he attended, no, he didn't attend William & Mary. Well, it took me about all day to get here. Of course, you know, I had a couple stops. I stopped at Panera Bread, and I stopped to walk through Colonial Williamsburg, which was worth it. It's about 5:45 right now, and this is my cabin at the Charlottesville KOA campgrounds. It's a little, the ceiling's a little higher. It's really kind of, I don't know, it doesn't perturb me because I really don't need it, but it's kind of an inconvenience. See, there's no TV. Someone took the TV out. So I guess I'll have to find some other way to entertain myself tonight. Maybe sleep. Who knows? It's essentially the same setup as the other two KOA cabins I've been in. You know, you got a window in the back. You got the ceiling fan overhead. The bed's on this side rather than this side. I think it was on the other two, it was reversed. And I do have a little desk, which is nice. That way I can work on some computer stuff. Let me turn this around. A little more rustic appearance, I think, simply because of the this is Virginia, you know, and Virginia has more trees and more hilly, mountainous area. You can see the road just on the other side of the trees there, where the car just went by. This is interesting. Did it fall down on its own, or was it forced down, or is it just something for aesthetics? You know, very interesting. Adds a little character to the place. But this is in the hills, in the woods, you know. I'll be here tonight and tomorrow night. I thought about maybe extending another night, but I don't know. I have to think about that. A lack of a TV just may not do me very well. Well, that's it, you know. I suppose I could have added more if I would have took more pictures. But that's the essential element of what I saw of the Bruton Parish Church. I love those historical things. You know. And then afterwards was my cabin there at the KOA campgrounds in Charlottesville, which was actually outside of Charlottesville. It attaches its name to Charlottesville, but it was probably about 6 miles outside of Charlottesville. You know, driving straight down the highway and then going into the mountains and twists and turns, and you know, that's what I ought to do. I should add the little clip of video I have of driving that distance. I wanted to see how much of this I could capture. It is an experience just to... In fact, I think I even have someone on bicycle behind me. I saw a bicycle coming up behind me. You know, and I'm thinking, you know, you can get used to this. That's no trouble. But from that, yeah, he's coming up fast. If I get someone on bicycle passing me, that's not. That would be pretty bad. So I shall endeavor to drive a little faster, going about 35 right now. I imagine you could go about 40, 45. I'm sure there are people that go 55 on these roads, but I don't think I'm quite up to that level of expertise yet. And I got a car behind me, so maybe I better stop filming and focus on the road. That last bit there, that's where I actually went off the road and went into the ditch because the car behind me with the bicycle actually rammed me, knocked the iPad off the counter, the dash, and so now my car is in the ditch somewhere outside of Charlottesville. Okay, not really, but you know, on video it doesn't come through as thrilling as it was. I should have recorded the first night I was there. I drove back. There was 4.5 miles off the interstate back to where the KOA campgrounds was after the sun had gone down. It was like close to 9 o'clock at night. And when you're driving down a road and you're kind of in a mountain area, and if the road's going this way, then that way, then up and down, and you can't see any more than like maybe 6 or 10 feet ahead of you. You know, it's like. But anyway, that was a little bit of my experience there in Charlottesville, Virginia. Well, the first part was in Williamsburg, but the last part was in Charlottesville, and it's a happening place.